Today we'll be presenting the Chinese Revolution of 1949. It is presented by Mason Scarpa, Gawin Leung, and Logan McDonald. So when did the Chinese Revolution actually start? Well, despite its name, the Chinese Revolution of 1949, it actually started around 2 decades earlier in August 1927 and ended on October 1st, 1949. The revolution mainly took place in the mainland of China.
Here are 3 key figures. First, we have Mao Zedong, the founding father of the People's Republic of China and a revolutionary strategist who transformed the nation into a communist state through high-stakes social campaigns and authoritarian rule. Next, we have Zhou Enlai. Zhou Enlai was a pivotal diplomat and strategist who served as the first premier of the People's Republic of China following the 1949 revolution. He is widely remembered for his moderate approach and his essential role in stabilizing the new government and managing China's foreign relations during its formative years. Lastly, we have Chiang Kai-shek, the leader of the Nationalist Party, or the Kuomintang, who unified much of China in the 1920s but was eventually defeated by Mao's forces, leading him to establish a rival government in Taiwan.
So, who were the people that revolted in this revolution? Well, the people who revolted in the Chinese Revolution were mostly poor farmers who believed that they deserved more than to be treated like slaves. The farmers were also dealing with major injustices, such as being heavily taxed and facing land inequalities. On this slide, it shows us one of the quotes from one of the key figures in the Chinese Revolution, named Mao Zedong. In a very short time, in China's central, southern, and northern provinces, several hundred million peasants will rise like a mighty storm, like a hurricane, a force so swift and violent that no power, however great, will be able to hold it back. He said it as a way to defend the peasants who were acting against the government.
Why did they revolt? The farmers and peasants that revolted did not sow for mayhem or boredom, but because they believed they could get a new life. Pushing back the government to create their own, that would elevate them from slaves to humans, meant everything to them. This new system of government would make them human and equal, something they could only previously dream of. Next, we have how do they revolt? The Chinese Communist Party formed the People's Liberation Army, where they would battle mainly through military means. The People's Liberation Army war tactics consisted of combining guerrilla war strategies with conventional battle techniques. As you can see on the left side of the screen, China had the advantage of numbers. They also had access to a lot of weapons. To continue how they revolted, it's true that the People's Liberation Army fought primarily using military techniques, but they also appealed to the needs of the citizens. An example of how they appealed to the citizens is that they promised land reform and immediately won the support of the rural population. With the support of the rural population, the CCP gained troops and intelligence. How did the government respond? The nationalist government, led by Chiang Kai-shek, didn't peacefully give in to the desires of the people. They fought a multi-year battle. As support for the People's Liberation Army accelerated, the nationalist forces collapsed. Continuing how the government responded. In the midst of the collapse of the national forces, the leader of China, Chiang Kai-shek, flew to Taiwan. With Chiang Kai-shek fleeing to Taiwan, mainland China was left to the victorious Communist Party. Though Chiang Kai-shek escaped to Taiwan, he bounced back and established the official Republic of China in Taiwan, where he gained many supporters.
Government society post-revolution. After the revolution in 1949, China's government underwent a full transformation. The nationalist government escaped to Taiwan, and Mao Zedong established a communist state. This wasn't just a change in leaders, it was a complete overhaul of how China was ruled. The CCP took absolute control with intention of turning China into a unified classless society. And that's the image to the right of Mao Zedong influencing them all. The Chinese people, compromising 1/4 of humanity, have now stood up. Ours will no longer be a nation subject to insult and humiliation. We have stood up. Mao Zedong, September 21st, 1949. Showing he's a very good convincer with him rallying fists. Said by Mao Zedong at the official founding of the People's Republic of China in Tiananmen Square, was said to explain the long-term emotional and political impact of the revolution. Highlights Mao Zedong's national pride after becoming victorious in the Chinese Revolution in 1949. The Chinese people, compromising 1/4 of humanity, have now stood up. Ours will no longer be the nation subject to insult and humiliation. We have stood up. Government/society post-revolution. The immediate goal of the new government was to favor the peasants who put them in power. They launched massive land reforms, taking land from wealthy owners and giving it to those who worked it. The government also took over all major industries over time. These changes ended hierarchies and placed China as a key influential power during the beginning of the Cold War. Works cited.